Nice, my children! So, another Batman comic, yeah? What does he turn into this time? The mummy? The creature from the Black Lagoon? No. Despite the title, Batman isn't even part of this comic. It's about our old pal, the ventriloquist. Last year, we talked about Shauna Belzer and her dummy, Ferdi, the murderous, terrifying duo who became the latest person to carry the ventriloquist name. She took on Batgirl, but how about a comic where she takes center stage without any in the cape and costume crowd, eh? This was during the second year of the New 52, when they tied into an event called Forever Evil by replacing all the main series books with villains for an extra issue, even adding a decimal point to the numbering. Because there's nothing more villainous than decimal points! Power is out in Gotham City, and yet a theater, the Melodion, not only clearly has power still on, but it has a big welcome sign hung up, promising food for any who enter. Some people decide to enter, noticing a sign advertising the sultry seductress Shauna and her partner, the fantastic frisky Ferdi. While Shauna prepares her makeup for the big show, she and Ferdi are conducting an interview with a journalist, who's currently strung up by her own microphone. And that, my children, is how you get someone to hang on your every word. While the people who enter the theater introduce themselves to each other, Shauna relates her history to the journalist. She was born a twin, and as she relates, people just absolutely adored her and her brother. They certainly didn't only compliment him, either ignoring her completely or condescendingly say that she'd blossom into something beautiful eventually. To be kind, she let her brother get all the attention and spotlight while she got to stay in school and be called Shabby Shauna by her peers. Said peers also finding themselves mysteriously getting shoved into traffic by telekinetic hands. Well, I say shoved. It's possible someone might have been deliberately trying to run them over because they could see monsters everywhere or something. Still, she tells her brother that his success makes her happy, while she telekinetically moves him on the swings until he's pleading with her to stop. He doesn't want to be famous after all. But as she says, everyone wants to be famous. And the swings chains break and the poor boy hits the concrete and dies. Her brother's name? Ferdi! Little weird then that she's dating a puppet with the same name. And she seems like such a normal gal. A gang hears that something is going on at the Melodion Theater and decides to investigate while those inside the theater are told to sit down and watch the show. We get to the bit we saw last year, the party clown and the dummy he gave to Shauna. And of course, after her run-in with Batgirl, the police soon recognize their mistake in arresting her and, well, they let her out with a bang. While the show starts, to the horror of the audience. Don't get why people don't like it. Her act's phenomenal. The gang busts into the theater and tries to take the audience hostage. However, Ferdi and Shauna show how upset they are that they didn't wait for the second show. The rest of the gang know not to try to fight a killer ventriloquist dummy and run, not that they get far. The first man that Ferdi attacks complains about losing his eyes. But look at Ferdi! His eyes are glass and he's not complaining. Although he is complaining when one of the gang members finds Ferdi's secret stash. All his love letters to Batgirl. After he deals with them, he returns to Shauna and congratulates her on being so nice, protecting the innocent people and all. But Shauna informs him that she didn't want a real audience, just some people to perfect the act on. As such, she poisoned all the food that they ate when they came in. But hey, now they've really got a captive audience to watch the show. And in the end, my children, isn't that what's important for this sort of thing? Good showbiz!